it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable, but crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stop.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Miami. It's the Chiefs and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Now Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
One of their watchwords leading up to this one, and on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. That pass complete to Moore. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they're going to get this down to about this yard line here.
We got this. Do this. Go, baby.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0.
Better. Petty, don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, get about my face, wearing that monkey, we not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Miami. It's the Chiefs and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58. We are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start. But a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Extra point early and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you...
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. But if you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that it's a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams don't involve the situation here. So they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 2. Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete to Tony. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man, complete. He's at the 40. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it goal line to goal line. 100 yards. fans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now here comes Kansas City. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Landry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now it's Mahomes again. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Mahomes now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Kansas City.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to run this one in. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on fourth down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort results in the touchdown. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special return.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind.
The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gunso. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles. You need to grow. I've been watching mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. 4 dope, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kick off what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Tua now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's Tua. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The next run here early on, it doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Starting to drive with Algier. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds past the 5. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. That brings us to the end of 1 in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On second. Here's Algier. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They'll set up a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives as they start again here. We'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and a yard. Tua. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Algier going straight ahead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know you're trying to have a scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second and 2. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Back to throw again. That is his caught for a Falcon touchdown. Nicole Hardman from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Falcons score to cap it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Tua now on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, it's Cook again.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's got room. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Cook will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Norstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, Cook. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Cook again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Norstead out now following the touchdown to kick. fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He's got his tight end pitch complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, there's London. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Dolphins have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Tagovailoa. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd and 1. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down at the 27. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to pass to him. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath them.